What if I told you the man you're praying for could be the very one God is warning you about? Many Christian women fall for a man who seems godly, but not all that glitters is gold, and not every church man is heaven sent. In this video, I'll reveal 5 rare, often overlooked signs that a man is God's choice for you, and the red flags that masquerade itself as blessings. Miss this and you risk wasting years on someone God never endorsed. Hi, I'm Theodora Edu, and on this channel, we talk about godly relationships, real struggles, and practical advice for Christian women navigating love. This topic, it's personal. Too many of us have mistaken potential for purpose and ended up with heartbreak. So today, I'm giving you 5 rare signs that a man is God's choice and the red flags many women must ignore. These aren't your typical "he prays and goes to church" points. This goes deeper. Stay with me. In Ephesians 5:23, we learn that for the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church. What does this mean? A man sent by God will lead with humility, not control. He doesn't just talk about God, he walks in obedience even when no one is watching. He initiates prayer, not just dates. He's more concerned about your spiritual growth than how you look on his arm. If he avoids deep spiritual conversations, delays commitment, and lets you do all the leading, you are not in a partnership, you are in a performance. The truth is, God's man will make you feel safe, not confused. Drop a yes in the comments if you've ever dated someone who said all the right things, but spiritually was MIA. One of the most common verses of the Bible can be found in Matthew 6:33, which says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you." God's man will pull you away from your purpose. He will push you deeper into it. He respects your calling and doesn't compete with your convictions. If you start skipping your quiet time, compromising your values, or you're becoming someone you don't recognize, that is not a relationship. That is a spiritual setback. God won't send someone who becomes an idol in your heart. He blesses you with someone who pushes you closer to him. Ever lost yourself in a relationship? Comment "never again" if you are done letting love distract you from your purpose. Peace is biblical. A man God sends doesn't always make you feel like you're guessing, doubting, or chasing clarity. You don't feel anxiety when it tests or doesn't. There is trust, transparency, and consistent efforts, not emotional roller coasters. If you always feel on edge, overthinking, or afraid to express yourself, that is not God's peace. That is emotional warfare. God doesn't send men to drain you. He sends men who carry the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace. Ladies, how important is peace to you in a relationship? Rate it 1 to 10 in the comments. I love the book of Songs of Solomon. In chapter 2, verse 7, it says, "Do not arouse or awaken love until it so desires." A God-sent man doesn't pressure you sexually, emotionally, or spiritually. He honors your boundaries because he honors God. It brings up purity, not just you. It doesn't test your limits. It protects them. If he mocks your standards, pushes physical lines, or says we are already committed in God's eyes, run. Lust may dress in church clothes, but it won't lead you to the altar. If you've ever had to defend your purity in a Christian relationship, type "enough is enough" in the chats. The blessings of the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Proverbs 10:22. When it's God's man, you will know, not just because you prayed for him, but because it carries an evidence of a man that was formed in the fire of God's presence. He is not perfect, but he's consistent. He seeks accountability. He is emotionally mature. He is submitted to something higher than himself. If the relationship feels like a rescue mission than a revelation, you are not his helpmate, you are his crutch. God's choice will feel like alignment, not anxiety. Can you spot the difference between someone you want and someone God approved? Comment God approved only. Let me leave you with this. God's man will not confuse you, break you, or silence your spirit. He may not be flashy, but he will be faithful. He may not always say the perfect words, but he will walk in truth. You don't have to beg for what heaven sent. When God writes the love story, peace is the punctuation. Let's recap. It leads spiritually, not selfishly. It draws you closer to God, not away. His presence brings peace, not pressure. He honors your boundaries, not just your beauty. He is not perfect. You know is a promise. You deserve a love that reflects God, not distracts from Him. If this video spoke to your heart, hit that like button and share it with a sister who needs this truth today. Subscribe for more real faith-based advice on love, purpose, and dating God's way. Let me know in the comments which of these points hit home for you. Your story isn't over. God is still writing. Let's walk in wisdom together. Before I let you go, let me leave you with a word of God in Proverbs chapter 3 from verse 5 to 6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." This verse captures the heart of godly discernment in relationships, reminding women to rely on God's wisdom, not emotions, and to trust that He will reveal the right path, including the right person. Thank you for always sticking and staying with me every week. I appreciate you so much. See you in the next one. God bless.